Talk about wild weather. Tornadoes touch down in Southern California. We hear from people who witnessed their power. How about being in the bear-hugging business where you can get a job doing just that? Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. A tornado with 110-mile-an-hour winds touched down in Montebello. It was on the ground for a couple of heart-stopping minutes Wednesday and did a lot of damage.
Oh boy. Tornado.
Wow, people took cover wherever they could. At Vail High School nearby, a teacher got into trouble when she tried opening a door. A student describes what happened next.
She opens the door so she can get the student inside, and the entire door, she flies with the door, and it was absolutely crazy. My first instinct was to go grab her because she's very petite, she's very little, and yeah, so it was crazy. All of it was crazy.
The teacher is okay. 17 businesses are damaged. This is being described as the strongest tornado to hit the LA metro area in 40 years.
Yo!
Hey, compadre, vete para acá, güey!
A tornado that hit Carpinteria damaged more than 24 mobile homes in the Sandpiper Mobile Home Park on Tuesday night. The National Weather Service determined the tornado lasted about 2 minutes with winds up to 75 miles per hour. Residents said it was frightening.
The wind came through, knocked my tree down, took my chairs all the way back to the back fence.
To me, it was like almost like an electrical, like, you know, just like it was nothing I've ever heard before in my life.
The tornado also tore the roof off a greenhouse and ripped up trees in a nearby cemetery, leaving a trail of destruction and debris. All right, so let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon to see if we can expect any more wild weather in the future.
Well, since the year started, it's just been storm after storm after storm, a lot of rain. And when we check in with the rain season so far, we are way ahead of our seasonal average. So far, we received 26 inches of rainfall. That puts us ahead of the pace for this time of year by 13 inches. Now, Thursday, we have a small chance for some rain. Then after that point, the weather will be dry as we step into the weekend. Look at the trend in Los Angeles. The temperatures, those have been chilly too. Thursday's temperatures will be 59 degrees, but the sunshine comes out on Friday, and the weather over the weekend will be dry with temperatures just a touch warmer into the 60s. Now look at early next week. We have temperatures at 67 on Monday. That's when we're going to have sunshine and dry conditions. Enjoy it, because the chance of rain creeps back into the forecast. We have another storm we're tracking on Tuesday and Wednesday.
School workers are capping off a massive strike in their push for higher wages and better work conditions. The union and the district are talking again, largely facilitated by LA Mayor Karen Bass. The mayor posted on social media that she had spoken with both sides to encourage a dialogue.
This is well deserved for us to get this raise. I mean, it's been so long, 3 years of working without a contract, working so hard in the district, see so much waste in the district. It should go to the people that are earning the work, because we're doing the work.
Workers return to school Friday, but the union has been saying this could be one of many strikes unless their demands are met, including a 30% wage increase. An update in the murder of LA Bishop David O'Connell. The suspect, Carlos Medina, pleaded not guilty to murder and other charges. He appeared in court, but the judge would not allow our camera to show his face. Medina is accused of shooting and killing O'Connell in his Hacienda Heights home last month. His wife was the bishop's housekeeper. Another court hearing is scheduled for May. State lawmakers are voting on possible penalties against oil companies for alleged gas price gouging. It's the first proposal in the country aimed to stop any future price hikes similar to what we saw last summer. Part of the proposal includes creating an independent state agency to investigate the oil market. Oil companies would be required to disclose data, giving a better sense of what's driving the spike in prices. Any penalties collected would go to a new price gouging penalty fund, then sent back to Californians as a rebate. Drivers have been running into plenty of issues with potholes on the 71 freeway. It's been a mess. That's why Caltrans says he'll start repair work on both sides of the freeway. So closures will be held overnight through Tuesday, but only one direction of the freeway will be closed one night at a time. So this will stretch from Peyton Drive to Mission Boulevard, which is from the city of Pomona all the way down to Chino Hills. So pack your patience. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates once again in an effort to get a handle on inflation. So the rate went up by 1/4 point. The Fed was reluctant to raise rates after 3 bank failures in the recent weeks. And for the first time, the Fed chair publicly addressed the banking crisis and promised a thorough review.
My only interest is that we identify what went wrong here. How did this happen is the question. What went wrong?
Fed Chair Jerome Powell also said it's clear increased supervision and regulation of the banking system is necessary to prevent more failures in the future. We're learning more about the investigation into how former President Trump handled classified documents. A judge ruled there's enough evidence that the former president may have committed crimes through lawyers in this case. The judge wasn't ruling on whether Trump was guilty. This is a decision that means Trump's lawyers could be forced to testify. Trump's team is reportedly appealing the ruling. Several celebrities are being hit with charges from the Securities and Exchange Commission. They include Lindsay Lohan, Jake Paul, Lil Yachty, Soulja Boy, Neo, Akon, and more. The commission says the celebrities promoted crypto assets without properly disclosing that they were paid for endorsements. Some have agreed to pay a total of more than $400,000 to settle the charges without admitting or denying the SEC's findings. You might have noticed this while driving around Wednesday. Workers at 3 Starbucks in the LA area joined more than 100 other Starbucks across the country in a national strike. So they walked off the job demanding higher wages, better benefits, safe working conditions, and the right to organize unions without fear of intimidation. Workers say the unionizing efforts have been met with resistance from the company.
So we're demanding that the company stop union busting and start bargaining in good faith. And we moved our picket from in front of our store to over to support the middle school right next to it.
In a statement, Starbucks says it is encouraging the union to live up to its obligation by responding to proposed sessions and in-person meetings for negotiations. Firefighters do more than just fight fires. Over the past few weeks, crews in the Inland Empire have been digging out people snowed in. And one woman was so grateful that she wanted to thank them personally. NBC4's Tony Shin has her story.
This is a picture of Tina Watson's vacation home in Crestline, buried in snow after a powerful storm in late February.
We were up there the night before the storm hit. We said, oh my gosh, we better get out. There's so many warnings. So we left that evening.
It was a smart decision because that storm blanketed mountain communities with feet of snow, so much of it that it would be a week before Tina and her husband would finally be able to drive back to their home. This is what they found. Their driveway and home buried in 7 feet of snow.
The berms were so high we could not get to our house.
Tina knew they had to clear off the snow. They had seen damage like this at other nearby homes.
We want to get up to the house because we got to clean off the deck before the deck collapses. So many people's houses, roofs, decks were collapsing.
Fortunately, Tina spotted a fire hand crew like this one, checking on homes in her neighborhood, trying to dig out people who were trapped. Not only did the crew from the Orange County Fire Authority clear the driveway, they also cleared the stairs and deck leading to the front door.
Without the San Diego fire crew, it would have taken us more than 8 hours to dig out to get up the stairs.
So grateful, Tina has been wanting to personally thank those firefighters.
You don't always get that opportunity to say a simple thank you for what you've done.
I have one particular gentleman, one of my guys who was there and remembers you.
She got her chance during a Zoom reunion.
I sincerely think you guys need to be thanked 10 times over.
Tina says she has a special place in her heart for firefighters, in part because she is a retiree from the Rancho Cucamonga Fire District, but mostly because they truly are heroes.
They do it out of love and respect.
Tony Shin, NBC4 News.
There's a new Netflix show on the way, packed with a whole bunch of 90s nostalgia. Some colorful heroes are powering up for a 30th anniversary special.
Attention Power Rangers! Get to your assigned stations now!
Once a ranger,
always a ranger.
It's morphin' time!
Many of the original Power Rangers are back for the special called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always. The trailer for the movie reveals the return of longtime villain Rita Repulsa and her plan to travel back in time and kill the heroes before they ever become Power Rangers. The original show premiered on Fox Kids back in 1993 and quickly became a pop culture phenomenon. If you're looking to shake off the winter blues, you may want to check out the LA Zoo. They have a wide array of spring events to help get you in a fun mood for spring. The sustainable wine and dinner events have farm-to-table gourmet cuisine. These dinners happen on select Thursday nights and focus on a different winery each night. It costs $175 per person, $165 for zoo members. And the month-long springtime celebration Wild for the Planet kicks off in April every weekend. Roaring 80s Night is happening on Friday, June 16th. You can roam the grounds after hours enjoying pop, glam rock, and iconic 80s music. Sounds like a good time to me. Maybe I'll see you there. The New Mexico Department of Fish and Game is hiring professional bear huggers. Yes, you heard that right. The department is looking for people to join its next class of conservation officers, but it's going to take more than just wanting to hug a bear. Applicants must have the ability to hike in strenuous conditions, the courage to crawl into a bear den, and trust in their coworkers to help keep them safe. Do you think you qualify? I mean, it doesn't sound unbearable. Get it? Unbearable? Applications are open now until March 30th. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.